Welcome back to Nine Misfit Toy Collectors, where we're going to be talking about island and crafting. No, just kidding. I just wanted to kind of show off some of the recent pickups that I've received in the mail. And more importantly, big shout out to all of you guys who've recommended some of these 3D makers and these third-party creators to me. They've been amazing finds. So to start off with, I don't know, for folks who have done any type of diorama work using XPS foam, or you do a Mod Podge mixture of like plaster of Paris, Mod Podge water and paint to add some sort of texturing to any of your dios, carving or adding rocks or doing different stuff like that, it can be very daunting task. And if you've carved stone into XPS foam and you're like 3/4 of the way through and you screw up one brick and it just throws everything off, can be so frustrating. So this is what led me to buy some of these. I picked up these two items here from Reality at Work, and these are stone texture. Again, I think these are more geared for like adding texture either to plaster of Paris, grout, maybe even walls. But what's really cool is you can press these down on the XPS foam and they will leave that detail imprinted into them. And you just keep rolling it back and forth, and then the details really pop. Once you add your paint to it and he washes, it really brings those details out. So I did pick up a couple different textures for stone that I wanted to try out for my Mindbender's laboratory. I like that it has irregularities in the design so it doesn't look like everything is just a carbon copy. And what's really nice too is if you're using any type of clays or anything, you can use these for them as well. That's why I picked up this ground in nature texture. It's really geared for like a tree. So that's what I'm going to use it for. But again, it's all different, so it doesn't look like it's uniformed, and then I don't have to sculpt all these different little lines. You just roll it right over, the clay that you're using to build that out. Once you paint everything up, it just looks really nice. So these are all 3D printed items, and they were actually relatively pretty cheap. So I will include links of all of these items in the description of the video, so if you do want to check those out, you can. And next up, and this is from our good friends over at Geek Style Diorama, one of the stores that you guys did recommend to me on Etsy. It is a palette of Contraband, if you will. I think we all know what we're trying to hint towards. What's really cool about this is it's super light. This is wood, so they did, I don't know if they laser cut or what, but it's just awesome. It is a palette, but it is wood, which is just awesome. The Contraband is a foam, and then they're wrapped in the black plastic. This little tear is just a nice little peek or tease of what is inside. I'm going to add this to my diorama for my Dreadnoks. We all know what the grape soda and donuts really were. But, if we're talking about Cobra, they're going to do stuff that's illegal, and, they're going to be doing all the bad stuff. So why not kind of embrace that? Add this to the diorama, I think is just, a cool feature. If you had picked up any of the Destros from the Classified series, the fake money that they included painted on this does not look good. So I did pick up this little bag of money. These are all $100 bills. There are a couple loose bills, but majority of them are going to be bundled. They are in $10,000 increments. But what's really cool is on the front of this, you'll see the $100 bill printed, and then on the very last paper that's included here would be the back of the $100 bill. So it does look like it is a complete $10,000 stack. These are printed on paper. It's crazy what we can do with printers today. Here is the individual. You can see just really cool having that $100 bill right there. And again, for this, there's nothing printed on the back. But, if you want to do figure photography for your dioramas, just kind of fixing some of the things that are out there for some of your figures that you want them to look a little bit better, it's a great time to do that. Next up, I did pick finally get my order in from Arsenal of Pew Pews, and I want to show off the SCAR. This is the SCAR H rifle. This is painted. It looks like they might be out of stock on this item, but this is really just a beautiful 3D printed item. What I like about it is, if I can get it out of Dusty's hands, is, a lot of times all of the weapons come with removable magazines. The suppressor will come off. This is just printed complete. So the magazine or the suppressor doesn't come off. I'm okay with that because that's just one less item that I have to worry about. It was painted, and they do a great job painting up their weapons. The detail work on this is just absolutely great. It's a killer. I'm going to put it with my Dusty, add some more paint deco to him as well too, just to kind of finish out that particular figure. Next up, I did also pick up a Remington 870. You can never go wrong with the shotgun. And the detail work that they were able to get, if I can get this to show up, probably not because I got my big old paws in here. But you can see they did get a great amount of detail work into this, and that's the best part about 3D printing, is you can get a lot of detail in this. But whether you're replacing CoverGirl's weapon, flint, heck, even maybe giving this to Outback or to Falcon, it's just a nice upgrade kit for your Joe figures or whatever, action figure line you collect. Maybe it's for Punisher. The next up is... This is listed as the Honey Badger, little submachine gun. And this is, I think, one that I'm going to put with... Oh, I keep knocking the camera. I'm going to put with Torpedo to replace that submachine gun that he has. I like the laser dot scope, the suppressor built on. I think it's just a really nice little weapon. And you got to also love when they send you free stuff, and Arsenal Pew Pews did that as well. When you do place orders with them. So I did get this nice little pistol with suppressor, and then pistol with suppressor, say that a couple times, and then a couple of grenades. Really great detail work on these as well too, so I will have to find a home for those. Maybe these will go with Dusty as well. But those are the big pickup items that I've gotten so far. Thank you to everybody who's made suggestions. Please keep those suggestions coming. I love to see these third-party companies and some of the great work that they're doing. And more importantly, I do love to, keep building out my Joe arsenal, but also keep upgrading my figures. Not knocking what Hasbro and some of the other companies have done. I think they've given us what they can. But if I can take some of my stuff to the next level, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So a big shout out to everybody, again, who supported the Island Misfit Toy Collectors. I will include links for all of these Etsy stores in the description of the video. But more importantly, I just want to send a big shout out, a thank you to everyone who supported us. And then I just kind of also want to, reiterate, we are a community, and it's important to look out for everybody in our community as well. So if you know some folks who might be struggling, just feeling left out, don't hesitate to reach out to them. Let them know that they're not alone. I've run into a couple situations where some folks are no longer with us. Another person that my wife and I were close with, she's fighting cancer, and she's had to have a couple big surgeries. So we're thankful we still have a lot of our friends in our lives, but it's those type of situations that remind you to make sure you're telling the folks that you care about, that you love them, that you care about them, and that you're thinking about them. So don't hesitate to do that, please. You guys have all been great, giving me amazing feedback, and I just hope we can all continue to pass that along. So wherever you're at on the Island of Misfit Toy Collectors, I want to say a huge thank you. I hope you're enjoying your close to your February as we roll into spring. Hopefully your 2024 continues to get better if it's not. And if your year is going great, I just wish it continues for you. And then also, finally, I want to send a big shout out to everybody who has subscribed to my friend Tony Figs, Anthony Romo, who recently started his own YouTube channel. He did this really great tutorial on how to upgrade your mutton junkyard with the latest gridiron loadout. Big shout out to Tony. He is an amazing customizer, but he's more so an amazing friend, a father and a son, and a brother. And so, big shout out to him. And then also my buddy KJ, who will be doing his first live stream on his channel, Black Angus. I will put their links in the description as well. Go over, give them a like, a subscribe. Just tell them, hey guys, keep up the good work. And again, thank you to everybody who supports the channel. You guys are all awesome and amazing. And I just am humbled every day by the kind words that you guys share. So I will talk to you soon. February 29th, the latest Joe live stream. I have something out after that, just kind of go over what they've covered, maybe what we're excited for, what we're hoping for. But again, yo, Joe.